Hello, Libra. This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down, and let you know how to navigate. This video is intended for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if you'd like to check out your other astrological placements, please check out my other videos. Okay, so as you can see, I'm getting serious this week. I need you to see the big picture. This is why I'm going to show you multiple decks and energies. So stay with me here. We're going to be looking at a whole bunch of things regarding this upcoming full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo happening March 14th. We have Mercury retrograde starting on the 15th. There's a lot coming our way. I mean, eclipse energy really eclipses in a lot of things and eclipses out a lot of things. And therefore, this is going to be the beginning of a snapshot of the next 6 months, because eclipse energy will take us 6 months into the future. Okay, so let's see. It's going to get some overall energy for the week. We're also going to look at what to expect. We're going to look at what's unfolding, the shifts and lessons that you're going to possibly experience, and then, of course, where things are headed. So let's get into it here. The overall themes and messages for the week are rainbow, enlightened, adaptable, soulful, connected. Rainbow energy is also about healing. It's also perfect timing, okay? Meaning divine timing. You can't try to control timing. It's going to unfold when it unfolds. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. Okay, I've got a kitty cat that's kind of going crazy while I'm filming right now, so pardon me if we have any interruptions. Now with this, we have here temptation. Okay, Libra, you might have some temptation. Somebody may be coming into your energy that you haven't seen in a while or talked to in a while. And I would be careful with that energy. You know, Venus retrograde is, of course, happening currently. That happens every 2 years. And yes, people do pop up. Mercury retrograde, you may hear from people from your past. But again, you've got to use discernment. Okay. Now, with that, we have all the time in the world, having enough time, time management. Remember what I said to you earlier, divine timing. Things are going to happen when they happen. You can't try to control things. So let's get into it. Like I said, I've got a lot of cards to show you. I've got 4 tarot decks. We're going to be looking for repeating messages. So bear with me here. This is all about what you can expect, what energy events and challenges you may experience throughout this week. So let's see. The Devil card. Okay, restrictions, addictions, codependency. What are the things that are holding you back? So you're going to be challenged with old things popping into your present, and that could very well be the temptation. Now, I did see this card in the Gemini reading. I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini or if you have Gemini placements. You might want to check that video out if you do. But this is about letting go of those things that are restricting you. And there's the Three of Pentacles. See, here's the kicker in this, and I don't even know how to articulate it right now because it feels very overwhelming to me, as you can tell. Three of Pentacles is collaboration and working together. So the thing is this: if somebody is going to come in and offer you something like an upgrade to your current situation, which is this card here, or a leg up, whatever it may be, you've got to use discernment. Because if somebody's coming back from the past and they're not really telling you about anything new in their life, like they're just like, yeah, same old, then I would be very cautious, because that means nothing has changed. You're looking for an energy that comes in and says, I've done this, I've done that, I've grown, I've healed, I've this, I've that. There has to be some sort of evolution here, okay? And so I want you to be careful and use discernment. Now let's see what else you need to know. We have here the Four of Swords, healing. Again, I saw this with Gemini. This is all about taking the time to heal. You have all the time in the world. Do not worry about everyone else's timing or what you assume to be the appropriate timing. It's your timing. You're setting the tone. Now, Queen of Pentacles is all about stability. You might be thinking about your finances this week. There could be some challenges in that department, but not necessarily. This could be the idea that you're striving for more stability. You're healing those old wounds that got in the way of your stability, or even your financial stability for that matter. Oh, a card just kind of fell out here, and it's strength, having the strength and the courage to move yourself forward. Okay, so let's take a look. We're grabbing another tarot deck here. We're going to look at what's unfolding. What are the opportunities or the obstacles? This kind of comes across also as like potentials or challenges for the week. And we have here the Knight of Cups, opening your heart. Again, there's nothing wrong with opening your heart, but you have to open your heart in a way that makes sense for you. You're not just going to open your heart because somebody comes riding back in and says, "Hey, stranger," right? "Hey, stranger" doesn't really tell you anything. Or if you know the joke in my online family, "Hey there, wild thing." I can't even imagine that somebody would have ever come into my DMs with that, but I digress. If somebody's coming to you with some sort of, "Hey," well, I don't know about that. If somebody comes into your DMs or contacts you and says, "Hey, listen, it's been a while. This is what I've been working on, and I've changed this or that about my life." Okay, here comes my kitty cat. As you guys know, no, 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 no. We're not going to mess up all these cards, Karma. I love you, but we cannot do that right now. See, look, somebody's coming back in looking, looking to shake things up for you. But if somebody's coming back in and saying, "You know what, I want to tell you how things have progressed or how things have changed," okay, that's another story. Again, you can listen. Now, what else do you need to know? We have your strength. So no wonder that card popped out from the other deck a moment ago. This is your strength and your courage, Libra, to push yourself forward and to be strong when you're being tempted. It takes a lot of guts to say no. I think we've all been there where somebody's popped back in or a situation has popped back in and it felt, really good and validating. But at the same time, is there any kind of reward for going backwards? Rarely, rarely. Usually when we're going backwards, we're trying to recreate something before things hit the fan, so to speak. Now, what else do we need to know? The star, and the star is all about healing. And it's kind of interesting that that would have come up here in this line, because this would be like the major arcana. This is the minor arcana version. We're healing. We have blessings. We've got the strength to open our heart in the right capacity or in the right way. And with that, we have Ten of Swords. You've got to let the cycle end. And I know it hurts. Ten of Swords means you've had a lot of swords in your back. So essentially, if you've been in a situation where, oh, the kitty cat is coming back again. See, somebody's coming back. Somebody's coming back here. And they're persistent and they're not listening. So that tells me that they're trying to tempt you with their persistence. But again, you've got to stay strong. And if you've had a lot of swords in your back, then you've got to find a way to, let things go. Okay, so some shifts and lessons. What do we need to know? What's changing or revealing itself? Very curious about this. The Five of Cups. I think that you used to be in a Five of Cups energy that said, "I'm sad. I'm grieving. I feel like everything's going wrong. And it's time to let that grief go." And here is the King of Cups. Interesting. You are shifting your emotions. The emotions will be revealing themselves, yours and possibly another person's. I do feel like there's very much a relationship vibe to this reading. This says the Six of Cups, see, nostalgia. Again, this is old wounds. This can be a wish coming true. And two people could be looking back at old times and saying, okay, it used to be like this, but now we're like this. Again, if there's personal growth and evolution, there's nothing wrong with pursuing the connection or the situation. If there's no change, no visible change, no indication of change, then you have to ask yourself what it will serve you to go there. And there's the Fool, trusting and taking a leap of faith. Super important for you in this energy. And let's take a look now at what's next. Now, this is the After Tarot. Regular tarot decks show you the current energies basically, right? This is considered the after tarot. This is like imagery that shows you kind of what's happening in the coming while. So where are things headed? Let's see. And we've got here the Knight of Cups. So again, double messages. You know what? Opening your heart to love, whatever that looks like. That may be with this temptation, but it may not be also either. Because sometimes when things come back around, you do get, what's the word I'm looking for? You do get some insight about not only that person, but about yourself, whether you truly want it or not. And I've been in that position where I thought I wanted something so badly. And then when it came back around, I realized I was past it. And I know you think that you couldn't possibly feel that way, but don't make assumptions. Let it come in front of you and then decide. Now, here we have the Four of Pentacles. Whatever you were doing before that was holding you back, this sort of Grim Reaper here is saying, can't do it anymore. Like something is going to shake things up for you that says, you can't go and do what you used to do. You've got to do something different. Okay? And so that's why I'm wondering. I wonder if this temptation will really succeed. If it does succeed, then there's another lesson for you to learn there. That maybe you haven't seen clearly yet. And that's okay. Sometimes it takes a few times or a few rounds, but as I always say to people, how many rounds do you want to go? If you feel you need to go more rounds, then absolutely do that. Now, with that, we have here the Five of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, the Five of Wands typically is about conflict. There is going to be some sort of conflict resolution here because in the after tarot, it means we're going to leave that behind. There's nothing to be conflicted about. And with that, there's the Devil. So double message. Again, Gemini had the same thing. So this is now saying that these two are not chained. So again, this could be a person, that you've held deeply in your heart, but this could also be you not being chained anymore and finding the right connection where it's not restricted or it's not chained. It all depends on what's happening in your life. And ultimately, if you need clarification, I can help you with that. But essentially, you're going to see the next while things unfold. Now, let's take a look at some last bit of guidance for you, Libra. What do you need to know? And we have here a change in the wind. See what I mean? There's change coming. I think it's going to look a lot different than you expected. Okay. I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.